Good hello and good morning and all that other stuff. This is Michael with Hello Cupcake It's Me, and today I am doing a staying in bed video because last night was not a good night for me. Just all kinds of stuff happening that I don't care to put on video. And So yeah, this is the Saturday morning check-in. Today is August 21st, 2021. Like, seriously guys, can you believe it's already August 21st? Like, there's been times where this year has felt like forever, and there's times where it's like, yeah, the year's almost done and it's almost 2022. And today we have Madame Bella, who is bothering the hell out of me. So, yeah. She's like, Dad, you're awake. You've got to do all the things now, so get up and, like, go feed me. Go, like, yeah. Boundaries. Hi. And, that's something else we gotta talk about is, like, people overstepping their boundaries and not respecting the boundaries that you have for yourself. Like, I just don't understand where people have the audacity to, like, think just because you say you don't want to do XYZ that they can overstep their boundaries and push you outside of your comfort zone or, like, the realm of what you want to do. And it's absolute bullshit. Like, you've got to stand up for yourself. If you say, no, I don't want to do XYZ, doesn't matter what it is. No one has the right to tell you otherwise. I mean, within reason. I mean, you can't just say, well, I want to go rob a bank, and you're not going to tell me I can't do that. Like, if it's not harming other people, then shut the hell up, leave me alone, let me do whatever. And, even within that regard of, like, harming other people, if it's something that isn't, like, if it's not hurting, if it hurts their emotions, then you know what, fine, fuck it, whatever. But I don't consider that, like, harm. I consider, like, physical body attacking harm. Mental stress and duress. The universe is full of mental stress and duress. And, like, every little thing can cause mental, psychological, or emotional harm. But, I'm not. Yeah. So, like, the whole. And this is going to be, like, extremely controversial, and I understand that, and I premise that by understanding that now. Regardless of what side of the mask mandate and the vaccination mandate you're on, it boils down to a personal choice. And people have set boundaries on themselves, and be it religious, be it personal, be it science, be it health, be it whatever side you fall on, it's 100% your choice, and it should always remain your choice. And that is a boundary. And having somebody say, no, we're going to step over that boundary or make you feel less than because you've created this boundary, that's abuse. And that's an abuse of power. And that's just abuse, no matter how you look at it. Like, how are you supposed to feel safe within your own skin and in your own home if somebody is constantly pushing past your boundaries that you set? At what point do you just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm a doormat, walk all over me, and do whatever, without having those kind of personal boundaries in your own personal space? You've got to do what is right for you, not what is right for everyone else. And so, the reason I'm bringing up boundaries so much is, one, it was a user requested video, and two, is the last couple of days I've had my boundaries tested, stepped on, and absolutely eradicated by like multiple different people. Um, One of them was a doctor. Uh, doctor, I had a doctor's appointment on Friday to um, have my feet looked at so that I could get a pair of support shoes. Doctor comes in and instantly starts asking me questions that are not anywhere near related to what I'm there for. All I needed this doctor to do was do a basic foot exam and move it along. He stepped over his boundaries and started asking me about my weight, started asking me about my health, started asking me about all this other stuff that was not relevant to the examination that was taking place, and started to talk to me about weight loss and all this other stuff. And I'm like, listen, that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here for a weight loss consultation. I know that I'm heavy set. I know that I need to do these things. I am only here for my foot examination to get these support shoes. I know all of the things that there is to know about nutrition and how to do diet properly or whatever else. What you don't know is, because one, you're new with me, is that I suffer from a lot of mental health, and I suffer from food insecurity, and I don't produce the hormone that tells you that you're full. So, for the mental health aspect, I eat because it comforts me. The food insecurity is I overeat because I never had enough growing up. The third aspect of that is the fact that I don't produce that hormone that tells you that you're full, so I can go to a buffet and eat 40 plates of food, get up, go to the bathroom, come back out and eat another 15 plates of food. Like, I'm good. So, how do you continue to try to lose weight if you have all these issues going on? Now, I know I was kicking ass there for a little while with doing all my walking and stuff, and I'm starting to get back into walking. I've done it twice this week. I'm going to try to do it again today. But, there's all kinds of psychological factors that factor into that. And so I have to set boundaries with myself. And, personal boundaries, we think, oh, well, whatever. It's because it's me or whatever. But trying to stay within your own personal boundaries, let alone the boundaries that you set for other people. Like, I don't like it when you do XYZ, and if they continue to do XYZ, then if you don't reinforce those boundaries, then they continue to do that, and then they think that it's okay. And it's only usually when you, stick up for yourself or you say something to somebody who is overstepping their boundaries that you become a bitch or an asshole or whatever else. And, that's okay. Especially if you want to make it clear to this person you are overstepping your boundaries. And I know there's times where I not only overstep, I tap dance past those sons of bitches with other people. But I tell all my friends and my family, if I've done something to upset you or offend you or whatever else, let me know, because 9 times out of 10, I don't know. And from what I understand from, the mental health classes and stuff that I took and am taking, is that sometimes bipolar people don't realize that there's a threshold and that they go above or under that threshold a lot of times. And for me, because I have no filter, if it comes to mind, it comes to mouth type situation, and a lot of times it goes through the bipolar filter, so it just comes out well, fuck you. And I'm like, oh, no, no, no. Good morning. I mean, good morning. How are you? Like, so all my friends and my family know that. And there's been times where they've come and said, hey, Michael, that was a bit harsh. I'm like, oh, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Like, they're like, okay, cool, just tone it down some. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. Because I don't know. And I'm conscious of the fact that I don't know, that I will overstep boundaries sometimes. I realize that I am highly opinionated on things, and that a lot of that opinionation comes from the bipolar side of me, where I spent so many years not speaking up for myself and not talking back to others that now it is a daily occurrence. And it was that paradigm shift where I went from being a doormat to being a, no, you're not going to do that. I don't want you to do that. Fuck you. Like, force. And, being kind of a bigger dude, I'm usually not challenged when things are said, like when I say things, but because I am a softer spoken person, people think that they can say all kinds of shit to me and that I'm not going to back it up. Like, honestly, I've never been in a physical altercation outside of family members. Ain't that some white Jerry Springer shit? But anytime that it's come down to me having to fight somebody, they've either backed down or the people around me have rallied together and beat the shit out of that person. So, I don't know. But for my friends and my family and my loved ones, I have that established with them. If I have said something to piss you off or offend you or overstep a boundary, you've got to let me know. Otherwise, I'm not going to know. And another, defense mechanism that I have is that if I'm going to say something and I don't know how it's going to, hit the room, I'll say, right, wrong, or indifferent, this is how I feel about blah, 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 blah. So that way, it is still getting my opinion out and what I have to say out, but it's not taken away from the fact that that's how I feel about the subject right now. And that was something that a therapist kind of told me what to do. Or how do you handle those things? And I'm like, well, this is how I do it. Like I say, right, wrong, or indifferent, this is how I feel about this. And I never form beliefs about things. I form opinions, because opinions can be changed. Beliefs people will die for. And so I always try to keep an open mind about things, and I can see the duality and stuff, be it because I'm bipolar, be it because I'm a Pisces, whatever else. I can see the duality of everything. I can see the good and the bad. I can see it from the bad side, or the bad side. If someone was saying, well, whatever, I'm not going to get into analogies and stuff like that, but I can play devil's advocate very well. And I can see the motivations behind some things, and I can argue both sides of the coin. And I probably should have been on debate team, but never really got into that, because being bipolar and having anger issues and stuff like that, getting in a heated debate, not good for the ticker, not good for the blood pressure, not good for the other person. But yeah, so that is the gist of this video. Set boundaries for yourself that are healthy, that are things that you can work toward, and then set boundaries for other people. Learn what you want in your life and only allow that to come into your life. Don't let people come into your life just because they call you a friend or that they're friendly to you. Like, it's okay to keep people at arm's length and make them prove that they need to be in your life. That's not saying walk around being a total bitch or no. Just be your usual typical self. Do what you've got to do to stay sane and happy. And by keeping people at arm's length and at a distance, you're making them prove to you that they need to be in your life. And typically within, 3 weeks to a month or two, they're going to show their true self, because people can only change themselves for so long unless they're sociopaths, and then they can take on really cow then they can take on a whole new persona and keep that up for months or years or whatever. But for the most part, when you meet somebody, you're meeting their representative. You're meeting all the good aspects of them. You're meeting the publicly trained version of them. But after you get to know each other and they start to feel comfortable with you and they start to let their defenses down, then you start to see the true person. And that's typically within 3 weeks to 3 months of meeting someone. So, if you're keeping your distance from them and holding them at arm's length, you're going to get to know the real them more sooner than later. Same thing with relationships. Guys and girls, hold them at arm's length. Don't just take them to bed straight away. Make it wait. So many people just want to fuck and want to take it to the bedroom and then get all pissed off and angry oh, well, I thought he was the one, or I thought she was so much different. But if you have nothing outside of the bedroom, how are you going to form a relationship? People put too much emphasis on sex. They need to put the emphasis on building relationships by being friends first, lovers second. Holding people accountable and keeping them at arm's length so to make sure that you're actually compatible. Just because you can stick something in something else doesn't make you compatible. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to quit ranting and go start my day eventually, because this bed is really fucking it up right now and I'm super comfy. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching this far, and thank you for watching the morning chicken and our morning check-in. I'm sorry, not and yeah, have a great weekend, and tell me in the comment section down below, what are you going to do for yourself this weekend? How are you going to just hold space for yourself? And yeah, what do you have planned? So anyways, question, comment, concerns, comment section down below, and like and subscribe. Check out the social media links down below. Follow me on TikTok, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.